Hey, good morning. It's a really beautiful sunny day. I'm at my cottage studio and I was feeling kind of lonely because, it's great to be up here, but it's pretty isolated. So I thought I would actually just do a live video of some of the work I'm working on right now. So this is part of my newest series that I've just started this one. So I just started and I thought I would actually just maybe record what I'm doing. And it's actually done on a black background. I'm not sure if you can see underneath there's like a cast of like an indigo blues. You can still see the wood grain, which is really important. And I was actually just starting to lay down the colors. So you can see there's my palette of all my colors. Very bright. As people know, I really like bright. And I really like the some of these really bright, almost fluorescent colors that are kind of working with the blacks. So that's kind of what I'm playing in. So this design and style for me is a little bit more methodical than my other stuff, because I have to really kind of think about where the eye flows. And I mean, obviously I do that with the other pieces as well, but it just seems to be different, maybe because it just is new. It's not as integrated yet. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to kind of just work on a few. So what I want to do is just kind of create some interesting shapes. I want to keep it really clean. And I kind of like to play with contrasting colors. So I kind of tend to like 2s and 3s. I don't know. Like I try and mix that up a little bit just to make it interesting, but that kind of tends to be what I like to do. The other thing is I like to have different shapes and sizes and weights of the pieces as well. So that's kind of something that's really critical to me. Okay, I'm going to have to go close. If there's questions, I'm going to have to scoot over here like this, put my glasses on. My new favorite. Oh, thanks, Karen. Yeah, it's good. You know, I've been struggling with trying to find something a bit more floral. And so I'm going to show you something kind of interesting. So this is my sketchbook. So I've been using this canvas to kind of work through some of the, I want to kind of capture flower shapes. You can kind of see here. Flower shaped, but not really flowers. And so with a palette knife, of course, everything's just a little bit thicker, so it's kind of a little bit more difficult sometimes to kind of get that flower shape. But that's what I've sort of been playing with. So it's also, anyone who's knows my work before too, once the color is down, I can't really take it back. So I kind of have to be pretty sure of what I'm doing. So it's really important that my colors are not too sticky, which sometimes happens as I'm working on. So I have this one color which I really love, but it's getting a little sticky. So the other thing I like to do is, I don't know if you can kind of see this piece here. So you can see it starts off with a much thicker line and it goes into a thinner line. So this is really where I'm trying to get different weights and colors and shapes. And I can see that I don't like these two kind of being too similar like that. So I will kind of work on that a little bit to see what I can do. And maybe I will. So just kind of change the shape. It looks kind of goofy right now, but I think it actually could look really good at the end. So then what I like to do for some of these is kind of take something pretty bright and showing up. Kind of create these really kind of small areas. So I find with these ones, I tend to put down the major colors first and the major components of it, and then I come back and kind of rework it. And then fill in some of these negative spaces. So anyway, I think it's kind of starting to get a sense. Anyway, let's see if there's any questions or anything like that. It's probably kind of pretty boring watching me paint. Hey Kari, how are you? I really miss seeing everybody, so it's really it's nice to be able to kind of pretend to reconnect. So I'm looking forward to hoping there'll be some live shows this year, which would be kind of great. I am doing the North Toronto Group of Artists show, which I am looking forward to, which will be end of May, and that's going to be primarily basically at the end of my driveway. So it's crazy when I get excited about an art show that kind of resembles more of a garage sale, but that's kind of where we're at these days. So that's what I'm excited about. So let's see what other kind of shapes of flowers I can do. So some of these will kind of, it'll all come together, I think, when and if I don't like something, I can just kind of go over it a little bit. So anyway, that's kind of where we're looking right now. I'm kind of liking that bottom piece. I don't know if you can kind of see it, but in here there's some kind of really cool color pattern. So I'm going to actually kind of fill in that center part with kind of something a bit more interesting. But anyway, that's what I'm working on right now in my Cottage Studio, which has been really great. Quite a bit smaller than my Art Alchemy studio, but I certainly am not complaining because I've got lots of great light. And now that the weather's nicer, I have a nice big patio too I can work on. So anyway, I hope that everybody is doing very well. And the black background contrast really makes the colors pop. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm sort of playing with. So I was working on this one too, which is kind of more of almost a dark navy. But I'm really loving the this hot pink and the orangey yellow, like a cadmium, almost a cadmium red. With the black. So this one is actually, this piece has been inspired by resilience, and so that's kind of my goal in this one. And so the thought is the black is kind of, you know, the sort of the state that we were kind of in with COVID, and yet in order to be able to continue to paint and to continue to be positive and joyful, then I kind of am looking at the color and the shapes and kind of really connecting with nature, which for me, being at the cottage, has been a real godsend. So anyway, I hope everyone has a fabulous day. And I will talk to you guys on Thursday with the Talking to Artists. We're talking to Julie DeBoer. So I'm looking forward to connecting with her. She also works in very bright, strong colors, quite a graphic style. And she also works on this really cool mentoring program. So I think that'll be really interesting mentoring for artists in terms of helping with the business of art. So that's going to be good. And see if there's any more questions. Nope. Oh, my son has joined me. Hey, Mitch. Good to see you guys, and we will hope to see you on Thursday. Have a great day. Bye.